Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Matt with Free at 46. I'm just a guy living here in Silicon Valley who achieved freedom at 46 and sharing a little bit about my journey, hopefully in a way that helps others to break out of the rat race, break out of the matrix, and live life on your own terms. So, it's been about a year for me since I've embarked on this early financial independence journey at 46. And I wanted to share some of the key benefits that I've experienced with this new lifestyle. So I think some of them are going to be obvious, some maybe less so, but would love to hear from you all in the comments. Have you experienced these benefits? Which of these are interesting to you? Would love to hear your feedback there. So I think the first one that stands out to me is time flexibility. So this is a big one. I know when I was working full time, your time is always controlled, especially in a high pressure environment like Silicon Valley. That might mean, meetings, late night calls, deadlines, projects. So now in my current state, I'm able to fully control my own time. So what that means for me is that I'm able to, work around my kids' schedules. I'm able to, have a lunch with my wife. I'm able to go on a trip when I want to. So I would say so far that has been definitely one of the biggest benefits is time flexibility and time independence. I think the second one going right along with that is stress minimization. Anyone who's worked in tech or a similar high pressure environment, what a boiler pressure those environments can be. And to be sure, every job has its own stresses, but I think they can be unique in some of the fast moving companies that we have here. And I know for me, not having to be beholden to someone else's expectations or to always be, playing the game, the corporate game, that has been a huge benefit over the last year that I've experienced since becoming free at 46. The other one that I would say too is just more awareness. So I think for a lot of people, you get so caught up in the game, whether that's, spending 2 hours in a one-way commute on some days, or just the monotony that comes from the average W-2 cycle where you're going in, clocking out, and you never really turn off. And so being able to be financially free earlier has really, for me personally, opened up the ability to kind of take stock and really think about, what I want from this next stage of life without, having to have those day-to-day pressures interrupt there. So that's the third one, I would say. The fourth one that comes to mind is hobbies. So, a lot of folks, myself included, you grow up, you have hobbies, you have interests, things that you like doing, and those often fall to the wayside. You neglect them, you don't think about them. And so having the time, in this new kind of stage has really allowed me to open up, and rediscover, new hobbies that I had that I wasn't able to fully develop earlier. So, I've taken up guitar again. Haven't played that in years, but I've really been getting into that recently. And then also things like learning languages, health, all of those things really play a factor. And then just to dive deeper on the health one in particular. So this has been one that's been great for me personally, but it's really the ability to focus more on your health and to really think about, what does the next 30 or 40 years look like? How do you optimize that in a way where you're not going to be, on 5 pills when you're in your 60s or needing operations when you're in your late 50s. So that to me has been a game changer. Things like waking up without an alarm clock, things like being able to decide where you want to do any kind of work from. For me, I can choose, do I want to do the work that I do on my own from a beach? I can do that. Do I want to do it from a cafe in downtown Palo Alto? I can do that too. So really that location independence and health piece, that's another critical part that I would highlight there as a benefit. It's not been without its challenges though. I'll cover those in a different video. Lots of learnings that I hope to share on this channel. But beyond that, you know, I think those are just some of the key things that I've really enjoyed in this new stage of freedom. And hopefully you'll like, follow, and subscribe to join me on the journey. Thanks, everyone.